Hi. Can you hear me, Farida?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, sir. The
Oh,
connection is unstable. I'm
oh, okay,
sorry.
okay. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So
Yeah.
how was your day?
I'm doing good.
Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, great. So we're just gonna wait for the others to come, and then we'll start. I hope you did your homework.
Yes, I have.
Great, great. What about you, Jana?
Yes, I have, sir.
Great, awesome, awesome, superb. So okay, let's just wait for the others, and if they don't come, I guess we'll we'll continue on our own. Okay. So I guess for now, let me just organize something here. And okay, nice. So, um, was the homework easy? Was it hard? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoy it.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay. And what did you write about?
About my favorite book.
Yeah, but what book is it?
30 Things Mentally Strong Women Don't Do and 30 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do from Amy Morin.
Nice. I didn't read it, but okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm currently reading Dostoevsky, Bidny Yudi, Poor People. So I don't know if you read Dostoevsky, maybe. He's a good author. And yeah. Okay. What about you, Jada?
I have already completed to read the novel, sir.
Okay.
The novel written by Hanum Salsabila is. The title is I'm Farahza.
Okay. And what is it about?
Novel is telling me about the sacrifice and struggling to get an offspring because they have wait until 11 years to get an offspring, sir.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm curious to hear the essays. Okay. Nice. Nice. Let me just I'm just wait. Okay, I guess we can start. Oh, Dvi. Hi. Okay, so people are coming. Yeah. You need to connect, Dvi. There's a button. Okay. And you need to unmute. Okay.
Good evening. I'm sorry for it.
It's okay. Hi. Good evening. So, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks.
Great, great. So, have you done your homework?
No, I just opportunity follow my little boy for registration after he get let in Universitas of Indonesia, Jalur Simak. Today he's a lucky.
Okay, okay, nice, interesting. So, okay, no problem, no problem. Well, I guess we can start now. So, oh, someone else came. Okay.
I'm last.
No, no, no. You're
I'm
not
last.
last. Here comes another one. Hello. Hi, Ramadan. Did I said it right? You need to unmute yourself if you can hear me.
Me?
No, no, I'm talking to the new student, Ramadan.
Oh, Ramadan.
Oh, hi, hi. Can you hear me? And maybe? No? Oh, okay. Well, maybe he can. Okay, so I guess we can start with the essays. So, Jada, could you begin reading, or could you maybe send it here in the chat so that we can all read it?
Send my text, sir.
Yeah, yeah, your text.
Wait for a second.
Just copy paste. And hi, Tia. You just need to. Oh, hi, hi. Hello.
Hi, Mr.
How are you doing?
Ja, I'm good.
Great. Awesome. Did you do your homework?
Yeah?
Great. Great. We're just starting to read it. Okay. Awesome. So, Jada, can you send it or?
Mm, give me a second.
If not, you can just read it out loud and we'll debate it.
How to share my text, sir?
So you can just copy paste it in the chat, or maybe you can. I think that's the best way. Just like select the text and then paste it.
The room chat is not working
Really?
in my mobile phone.
Okay. Let me try to. Why is it not working? Maybe I have to set. Okay, try now. I think you can do it now. So it should be here. It's kind of it's on the phone. It's very complicated. It's like below or something. Okay, well, I guess until you find it, maybe someone else. Farida, can you send your essay?
I don't understand how to send it, sir.
Oh, Jada. Okay, so it's like I guess you have to like select it like a text and then copy and paste it in the chat. But okay, I guess Jat already sent it. So, oh, and hello, hi,
Hello.
Fatima.
Hi.
Hello. So, you weren't here in last class, but we were talking about like I gave out a homework for them to do an essay. They were supposed to write an essay about their favorite book. Okay. So today we're going to read these essays, and you can follow along. And yeah, we can then do some maybe grammar, correct some grammar, maybe talk about it, debate it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, Jada, can you read the essay now?
Okay. I have already completed read a novel. The title is I'm Sarahza. The novel is written by Hanum Salsabir Rais and Rangga Almahendra. The novel tells me about their sacrifice and struggle to get an offspring. They spent 11 years to get an offspring by facing various kinds of failure. They have faced 4 times insemination and 6 times in vitro fertilization program or IVF program. The story is so emotional and so touching. The story also describes the role and supports of parents in every child's life journey. And I got many lessons in this story. One of them is if we have a big dream, we have to struggle to get it and don't give up.
Okay. Wow. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So, do any of you notice any mistakes here? Did anyone hear any mistakes? Did anyone see something that's not correct here?
Many.
Yeah. What about the others? Do you have any idea? Do you have an idea what's wrong?
Lesson.
Yeah.
Many lesson I don't add as in the lesson, in the word of lesson.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Be free to say, anyone in the chat, all of you, do you see any mistakes? Anything you want, just comment.
Maybe if we have, maybe I have to use had if we had, because there is if.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
in struggle, I have to use double G.
Okay, let's not stick to those mistakes. Let's keep grammar. Yeah, spelling mistakes, I do them sometimes as well. But let's stick to grammar and maybe like ideas or logic. Okay. So Farida, Dvi, Tia, do you notice anything? Fahima, if you see anything, please say.
I didn't hear clearly gitu loh.
Could you repeat? I didn't understand. Okay, well, anyway, I'll start then doing, I'll go over the essay. So, let's go from the beginning. I have already completed to read the novel. The title is I Am Sarhaza. Okay, so first thing, whenever you write something in English, the I is always capital. So, I am Alexa, I am a boy, I am a teacher, it's always capital, okay? So, no matter where in the sentence, I'm Alexa, I'm a teacher. Okay, I is always capital. Yeah, this is not important for speaking, but it's nice to know this. It's something specific for English. Okay, but let's go with something for speaking. So I have already completed to read the novel. The title is I Am Sarhaza. Okay, so in English, when you speak, you should try to when you connect two ideas. Okay, so maybe I'm saying now, okay, my name is Alexa, and I am a teacher. My name is Alexa, and I study English. My name is Alexa, and I speak Italian, okay? So when you try to connect two ideas, you should use and, okay? So here it sounds strange because I have already completed to read the novel. The title is I Am Sarhaza. You need to connect them somehow, yeah? Okay, so one thing. Then the novel is written by Hanum Salsabila. I'm sorry if I'm messing these names up, but okay. So whenever you write a name in English, they should always be capital letters, okay? So Mr. Alex, Farida, Dvi, whatever, it's always supposed to be capital, okay? So and here, Ranga, yeah, also capital, okay. The novel tells me about their sacrifice and struggle to get an offspring. Okay, so let's look at this whole sentence, this whole essay, okay? So you said, I have already completed. What tense is that? I have completed.
Present perfect.
Okay, okay. And what does present perfect do? When do we use present perfect?
When the activity is already done.
Okay, okay. Is that it? Okay. Well, present perfect. So when something is done, maybe we had a class yesterday. Okay, that's past simple. It's something that was done. We did it in the past. So we had a class, we had a drink, I did my homework. Yeah, that's past simple. But present perfect, I'll type all this. So here, past simple. I had a drink. Present perfect. Perfect. I have ran the marathon. Okay, so what's the difference here? When you say past simple, it's something in the past. We don't care when it was, it was just in the past. So maybe something yesterday, maybe something 2 years ago. But when we use present perfect, it can be something 2 years ago, 5 minutes ago, but it's connected to the present, okay? So imagine you say, I have read a book. So imagine you're reading a book right now, and you just finished the last page, and now you're telling me about the book. So you read this book, this is a different book, it's not your book, but you read this book, and it's something that you did in the past. But it's something that's important now in the present, okay? So because you're telling us about it now, it's something you did in the past, but it's important in the present. That's when we use present perfect. It's when we talk about something in the past, and it has an effect on us right now. So maybe imagine we're walking down the street and you see a dog and you say, oh, I've never seen such a dog. Oh, I have never seen such a big dog. Because never in the past did you do it, and it's somehow important now. Okay? So that's the idea with present perfect. And why I'm asking you all of this is because you said I have already completed to read a novel. So it's something you did in the past. And then you say the novel tells me about their sacrifice. You see what's wrong? Because you did it in the past, and now you're saying it's in the present. So you're supposed to say the novel told me about. Okay? So this might sound a bit, not perfect, but basically for grammar, but for grammar, it's really important when you speak. So you sound more like a native speaker. People notice these things. Okay, so they spent 11 years to get an offspring by facing various kinds of failure. Maybe, so let me guess, they're trying to get an offspring right now, yeah? I mean, are they still trying to get an offspring? Yeah. Okay, so if they're still trying to get an offspring, and they did it in the past as well, so it's something they did in the past, and they're continuing to do it right now. Okay, so maybe that's present perfect continuous. Yeah.
They have.
Could you repeat?
They have got an offspring.
Oh, they got one. Okay. Oh, my mistake then.
They have an offspring.
Oh, okay.
They have got an offspring.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, they spent. Okay, then they spent. That's good. Maybe they've been spending. It's okay. 11 years to get an offspring by facing various kinds of failure. They have faced 4 times insemination and 6 times in vitro. This story is so emotional and so touching. By the way, emotional is with a T, because it's something specific in English as well. When you see a T, it's usually said like an S. Emotional. Let me think of another example. I can't think of something right now, but usually, sometimes when you see a T, it becomes an S, but it's still written like a T. So emotion, reaction, something like that, yeah? Okay. This story also describes the role and support of parents in every child's life journey. Okay. And I got many lessons in this story. Lessons, yeah? One of them is if we have a big dream, we have to struggle to get it and don't give up. Okay, this is good. This is good. So, to all of you in the class, yeah? Did you notice any more mistakes? Or is this okay? Did they miss something? Okay? No one? Okay, nice. So, yeah. Farida, can you now try to send the essay?
Oh, I couldn't say the essay, so could I read it, sir?
Sure, no problem.
Okay. One of my favorite activity in my leisure time is reading. Sometimes I spend a lot of time by reading book. When I was a child, I had so many Bobo magazine, the famous children magazine at that time. Back then, there was a second-hand bookseller at Cimahi who sold many kinds of book, such as magazine, comic book, novel, newspaper, etc. And I bought Bobo magazine there almost every week. So that's why I really into reading since when I was a child. Currently, I have a lot of things to do and my hobby always change. But reading is still becoming one of my hobby, although I am not reading as often as a few years ago. I have a couple of favorite books. There are a series from Amy Morin, 30 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do, and 30 Things Mentally Strong Women Don't Do. Actually, she has 3 series, but I just have both of them. The genre is nonfiction, self-help precisely. The book is talk about how to build mental strength, take back our power, embrace change, face the fears, and train our brain for happiness and success. There are 13 chapters in every book, same as the title, 13. And the interesting thing is there are quote and story in every chapter in which related with the title of this chapter. The story is based on true story. And my favorite quote is in chapter 5 from Lao Tzu. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner.
Okay.
And yeah, I have a favorite chapter, chapter 3. They don't see vulnerability as a weakness. So that helped me a lot to improve myself because I was a shy, timid, clumsy woman, and those are my vulnerability. And for now, I try to don't care about the vulnerability, just behave and try to learn, speak up, and communicate with others. Yeah, that's all for me, sir. Thank you.
Oh, that's really good. Here's a clap. It's really good. It's a really long essay. Nice. So it's a shame that you can't send it, but as far as I remember, you made some mistakes regarding articles. So like the, and, my, his. So we'll go over this. Actually, I plan on going over this class. And you also made some mistakes when you said 13 book. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so whenever there's something in plural in English, it's always with the S. So 13 books, all these emotions. The same was done by Jada. She said like, where was it? Programs, something like that. So I guess I'm curious, like in Indonesian, you also have like plural and singular and articles, yeah? Okay, okay. We'll go over it anyway. So pretty nice. Good job. Nice essay. Okay, so Dvi, you didn't do the essay, yeah? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted. So maybe I can unmute her. Oh, Dvi. No. Oh, my bad. Try again. I muted you. Sorry. Try again. Okay. Okay.
I'm last.
Oh, last. Oh, okay. Okay. What about Tia? Tia.
Yeah, Mr.
Okay. Can you send it?
Oh yeah, for the first, I'm so sorry, Mr. I haven't done my exercise as I came back to my home about a half hour ago, and I have a tight schedule today on my work, and I'm so sorry.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Then maybe you can tell us something about your favorite book.
My favorite book, okay, perhaps for 1 week ago, I usually study about this one, grammar book, and IELTS exercise, and yeah, and I usually do like 1 day 1 passage to improve my reading. Yeah, and perhaps sometimes I get stuck how to understand the passage. And for today, I haven't read any passage, no one. So yeah, I'm so sorry. I couldn't tell anything today.
Okay, but it can be any book. It doesn't have to be from today. It can be like something you read 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Anything. Your favorite book.
My favorite book. No, Mr.
Oh.
No, yeah. I didn't read my favorite book, and perhaps in 1 month. In 1 month plus. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still get a tight schedule in August, as my students will graduate.
Okay, okay, it's okay, no problem. It happens. Okay, so Fahima, can you maybe, since you weren't here last class, so you couldn't write an essay, but can you maybe tell me about your favorite book? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Honestly, I rarely read a book.
Okay,
Yeah. When I a teenager, I usually read a novel.
okay.
Yeah, that's it. So I don't have a favorite book, I think.
Well, but what was the last book you read then?
Mm,
You don't remember?
yeah, I don't remember because I really read the books. I usually using a phone for webtoon or something like that.
Okay, so like, do you read what webtoons do you follow?
Mm,
Is it like anime or something like that?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
like
manga.
anime.
Okay, okay. So like, what do you read from that anime manga? Like, is it something you watch or do you read it like a comic book?
Yeah, just read. Like 1 week ago, I read Nana Sirege.
Okay, and what does that mean in English?
Yeah, I think in love with stranger.
Okay, sounds interesting. And what is it about?
Yeah, is it about junior high school story gitu.
Okay, okay, interesting.
Mm.
Sounds okay. Wow. Okay. So, who are the main characters? What do they do? Is it like a boy and a girl?
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Boy and girl, and then falling in love.
Nice, nice. I also like to read those kinds of books, novels. But anyway. Okay. So, Turik. Hi. Can you hear me? If you need to unmute. Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me, Turik? I guess no. Well, you need to unmute yourself. Okay. Well, I guess she's not responding. Okay, when she responds. Okay, so Dvi, you said you were the last. So time has come.
Because I don't like read a novel. How?
Okay,
How
okay.
how can I tell about book?
Well, do you
Because
like
I
to read
don't like
anything?
read don't like read a novel. Just when my kids childhood always buy some comic like Donald Duck, Shinchan, and apa deh itu SpongeBob ya, SpongeBob like that. I just read the my child book.
Okay, okay. But like, do you read maybe magazines or articles online, something like that?
Yeah, update news. I read detik.com, Jakarta Info in Instagram,
Okay,
and DKI about Governor DKI. I
okay,
follow to read for information good news.
okay, okay. And what was the most interesting thing you read on those sites? Like a story or anything? Something
Story
funny.
about comic or news.
Maybe, news, yeah, maybe the most interesting piece of news. Anything.
Uh, I think I like news about pandemic coronavirus,
Okay.
and information for for the regular government make, yeah, and for the activity starting for activity to new normal, what like the government make it.
Okay. Okay. No. No. It's not very interesting to me. Like I don't like to read about my government and Corona. But, okay. Cool. Nice. Nice. So, okay. So I noticed like when we were speaking, a lot of you made the mistakes with articles, but like it were small mistakes. So I prepared some materials. Here, I'll show you it that we can all go over. So share screen, share screen. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so articles. What are articles? Basically, they say articles are words that define a noun. Okay, we know what a noun is. Like cow, teacher, a basic thing, yeah? As specific or unspecific. What does this mean? Here, let me open a notepad and let me show you this in more detail. So, format, fonts. Okay, so let's say we have apple, yeah? So it's an apple, it's something we eat, okay? So when I say an apple, first of all, why do I say an apple and I don't say a apple?
Oh,
Okay.
At the beginning
Is
of letter is a vowel.
Yes, okay, that's good to know. But so what do I do with hour then?
Hour is
An hour.
an
Now,
hour, a hour,
An
Okay,
hour.
but why
an hour,
is
a hour.
yeah, is H a vowel?
the pronunciation.
H is read a vowel sound, not consonant
Okay.
sound.
Yeah. So in English, this specific is the sound that matters, not the letter. So H is not a vowel. Vowels are here. It's A, E. Okay, these are vowels.
A-E-O. Consonant,
But
yeah.
you see, H is not a vowel. So we only read it with N because it sounds like a vowel. So it's an hour. We don't say an hour. An hour. Okay. So you know this. And what's the difference between an apple and the apple?
The apple is
That the apple as have already was that like written in the first sentence, and we will repeat that in the second sentence, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah. That's true, actually, yeah. So when we don't mention something at all in the text, okay, so maybe I'm talking about emotions, and then imagine I begin, the emotions are strong. And this is the only thing we know. This doesn't make sense because the emotions, it means that I mentioned them sometimes before, and here I don't mention them at all. So when I say the emotions, I'm referring to something that I never mentioned before, and that makes no sense. So maybe this would only be correct if I was to say like this, okay? I'm pretty sad. Pretty sad. My emotions are not good. Emotions are bad. Okay, let's say like this. So my emotions, I'm mentioning it, and then in the next sentence, the emotions. I'm referring to this. Okay, so that's one thing to remember. Okay, so just that. And by the way, so we have an apple, apples. When we say plural, and it's not important, or it's something we mentioned, something not defined, something it can be any apple in the world, it's either un or just without an article. So, or you say the apple if it's defined. Defined and undefined. The apple, the apples. Okay, so I guess you all know this. This is pretty simple. So, let's move on, okay? So here they say after the long day, the cup of tea tasted particularly good. Okay. After a long day, a cup of tea tastes particularly good. So let's look at the difference. What is the difference between these two? Who wants to say? What about
the cup and a cup?
when we use it's mean a cup of tea is only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Itu the cup of tea juga only one sama. Tapi intinya kayak.
Okay, but this is also one cup of tea, and this is also one cup of tea.
There is indefinite articles.
Yes. Okay. But let me tell you what's important here. So he says after the long day. The long day can maybe be like, it's something specific, it's something defined. So the long day can be like maybe the long day, like maybe it can be an event, something that happened 50 years ago. The long day. Maybe it can be like an Indonesian holiday, the Christmas holidays, the evening. It's like mentioning something before. But when you say after a long day, it can be any day, you know? It can be something that happened 2 years ago, something that will happen in 2 years, something that's right now, something that's tomorrow. It can be any day in the world. We don't care. That's why we use a. But when we say the long day, we're referring to something specific. But okay, let's move on. It says the cup of tea tastes particularly good. So it's referring to one cup of tea. It may be a cup of tea somewhere in your home, or some specific tea, or some specific, taste that tastes really good on that day. Okay? But this is something that's really, defined, very specific. It doesn't really provide you any, room to, think of something else. However, when you say after a long day, a cup of tea, it can be any cup of tea. It doesn't have to be like this cup of tea, but it can be the same cup of tea as in my house, in your house, okay? So that's what's important to remember here. That's the difference, is that with this one, we're basically defining something specific, something that we can change. But with this one, it can be any long day, and it can be any cup of tea. Okay, and as it says here, we've created a general statement, like something that's, for everything, general, in general. It's a phrase. Do you know that phrase, in general? Okay.
Non-phrase.
Could you repeat?
Non-phrase.
Yeah, do you know the phrase in general?
In general, prepositional phrase. In general.
Yeah. So it means like in general, it's nice to know English. In general, Indonesian is a nice language. In general, swimming is a good sport. It's something you're mentioning, in general, like every time, usually. Okay, so that's the same thing here. Let's move on. So, as we said here, definite and indefinite. So, definite article, what we talked about, the hammer, the red hammer, the nail, the large nail. It's like when we're saying something specific, like give me that hammer, give me the hammer, give me the pencil. It's something that like you need right now. When you say give me a pencil, it can be any pencil in the world. Okay, so I guess you understand this. Indefinite, same thing. So as I said, an apple, a cup of tea, a long day. It can be in general anything. It's nothing specific. Okay? And here, let's find something else. Articles before adjectives. Okay. Sometimes articles give a small gift. Okay. Okay. So, do you know what uncountable nouns are? So, do you know what uncountable nouns are?
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so it's something that we can't count. So you can't say, give me one water, give me one milk, give me one people. It's basically, as the name says, it's something you cannot count. And something very specific for them is that since they're in plural, mostly, when you say they had a lot of children, we don't know how many children, it's like a lot of things. The people of Indonesia, maybe. Some people, we don't know, it can be 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, So uncountable is something that we cannot, specify a number. And because we can't specify them, we don't use a. So you don't say, give me a milk. give me a people, give me a children, give me a water, yeah? Say give me some water or give me water. Okay? But if you want to specify something specific, you can say give me a bottle of water. Here it says give me an ice cube. So it's like you're making something specific and it's no longer an uncountable noun. Okay, so I need a light. Okay, so look at this one. So what does light mean? It's everything around us, yeah? The sun, the lamp, the everything. Okay, but when they say I need a light in this room, this is not referring to the sunlight or the light from a lamp, but it's referring to like a lamp, a whole lamp, okay? So it's like referring to a flashlight or a street light, yeah? So then they say a light because it's not referring to light as in the sunlight, but as an object. And when it's an object, and it can be any object in the world, we say give me a light. It's something unspecified, something undefined. But here, we need some light in this room. Okay. Now with this light, it can be sunlight. It can be, you know, something here. It can be the light from the room, the street light, the lamp, you know? But it's like an idea. It's not an object. Okay? So here they say, give me light in this room. Give me some light. Because we can't use an article or anything else. Okay. So moving on. We have using articles with pronouns. So, what are pronouns? Yeah, David? What are pronouns?
Identity.
You don't know?
That's the weather you're talking about.
In Indonesia, pronoun is kata ganti.
Oh, you don't have pronouns in Indonesia?
Yeah.
Pronouns
Yeah.
kata ganti in Indonesia.
Okay. So okay. So pronouns, they're like my teacher, my book, his teacher, his book, your teacher, your book. So like, yeah, it's something that you use to define like a thing. Okay. So here it says, are you reading my book? And something specific for pronouns is that you can look at it as an article. You can't combine the two. You can't say, why are you reading my book? Because you already defined it as my book. You already said, okay, it's my book, it's already defined, and we don't need to put something else. Same as do you read my book? Makes no sense, because we already said what it is with my. You said it belongs to you. It shows that it's yours. Therefore, it does not need articles. Okay. So, my book. There's that. And now, something else, omission of articles. So, do we all know what this means?
Omission.
Tia, do you know what it means?
Which one, Mr.?
The omission. Okay, so it means that to omit something. It means that we are avoiding it, okay? For example, I would say, I'm omitting speaking about Italian because we're doing English, for example. It's a stupid example, but omission means we're avoiding it. We're not using it. So when they say omission of articles, it means we're not using articles. So no articles, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And why is it? Because they say, let's go out for a dinner tonight. But they say it's incorrect. And why is it incorrect? So, Farida.
Let's go out for
Hi, Farida.
Yes, sir.
Why is this incorrect?
Because there is
a dinner.
article, a dinner.
Yeah, but why? Why is a dinner incorrect? Why is it incorrect?
Because omission is no article. Omission of articles.
Yeah, but why? Why are we not using an article?
Because it's time.
I have no clue, sir.
Okay. Does anyone have an idea?
It's not noun.
Okay, okay, yeah. But it is a noun. Here, let me show you this. So, occasionally, articles are omitted, so they're not used altogether before certain nouns. So something specific. In these cases, the article is implied, but not actually present. So implied, when people say implied, it's like you're giving the idea, but you're not mentioning it. So for example, when I'm asking you a question, can you explain this? I'm implying that I want to learn something from you, or that I want the answer, okay? So maybe if I say, oh, can you explain this to me? I'm implying that I want you to answer it, or I want to learn something from you, okay? So it's like, to imply is like to ask for it, but discreetly, okay? Not directly, but discreetly. So it's implied, but not actually present. The implied article is sometimes called a zero article. Often the article is omitted before nouns that refer to abstract ideas. Okay? Abstract ideas. So dinner. Why is dinner abstract? Because we're not referring to the food. We're referring to like the chat between two people, or like when they sit down, talk, have dinner. It's like referring to like the idea of dinner, yeah?
Yeah.
You can say we have a lunch, as in lunch, as in food, meat, fish, whatever. But we have lunch, it's like the idea of lunch, yeah? We have a talk, we have a conversation, okay? So is this clear to everyone? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, okay. So yeah, so that's why this is specific. Let's go out for a dinner tonight. It's not. It's like he's basically asking her out. It's like maybe a love story or something. Let's go to dinner. But the idea is not that they have food, but that they talk, have a conversation. You know, that's why there's no article, because it's an idea. It's an abstract idea. The creativity is a valuable quality in children. Why no the? Because this is not like a noun. I mean, it is a noun, but still creativity. Like, we're not referring to like the yeah, like
Can count.
yeah, it's like an idea, like creativity, strength, power, intelligence. Those are all ideas, abstract ideas, and maybe something emotional, maybe something like physical, but still, it's an idea. And that's why we don't use any article. Okay, moving on, we have this. Many languages and nationalities are not preceded by an article. Consider the example below. I studied the French in high school for 4 years. I studied French in high school for 4 years. What's important here? Here, I'll write this. So, I can delete this, and I can say, okay, I like the English. So, who am I referring to here? Yeah, can someone answer?
I
like English.
English is bahasa, so we don't have the.
Okay, okay. But
put the.
What if I told you that this is correct? Like, I like English. What's the difference between these two?
The first one, sentence using the article, and second, you can use the article as in the second article that tells us that English is something abstract that's not that something realistic, right? Like things, isn't it?
Okay, so what's important here? When we say I like the English, it's like the English people, like a person. I like the Indonesians, I like the English, I like the French. You're referring to the people, yeah? But when you're referring to the language, you don't use an article. So I like the English, as in I like the English people. I like the English culture. I like the blah, blah, blah. But when you just use English with an article, it's usually the people, yeah? When you say I like English, I like English language. That's the idea here, okay? So that's the difference. Yeah, so this is the people, this is the language. And usually whenever you have English people, language, culture, it always has the, because the is referring to the people, the language, the culture. English is like a adjective. But when you don't have anything, I like English, French, Serbian, anything, yeah? It can be anything you want, basically. So, this is the idea. Okay, so, sports and academic subjects don't require articles, see the below. I like to play baseball, I like to play football, I like to study English, I like to study French. Yeah, you don't say, I like to play the football, the basketball, the baseball, because when you're referring to like the sports as an idea, there's no article. Okay, so yeah, that's it. that's the whole lesson, and I'll go over some extras. So also, how do you write Indonesia? Does Indonesia have an article?
The Indonesia.
Do we need an article here?
Mm-hmm.
I like Indonesia.
What do you think?
Was
Adat apa deh adat?
What do you think? What do you think, V?
Adat. What's mean adat?
I like
Khas traditional. Indonesian have many traditional. Indonesian has traditional.
yeah,
and
that's
culture.
the question is, do we need an article?
Many traditional cultures.
Many cultures in Indonesia
Okay.
have many traditional wearing.
Okay, but what I'm asking here is it I like Indonesia or I like the Indonesia?
Oh,
What is
I
correct?
like the Indonesia is.
I
I
like
think
the Indonesia.
Okay, so two are saying
Indonesia
this.
is for ruang lingkupnya luas gitu apa ya?
Okay, but no, I'm not asking you a question why. I'm just asking you like, is it the Indonesia or Indonesia? So what do you think, Tia? Is it this one or this one?
Yeah.
I think I like Indonesia.
Okay, Farida, what do you think?
I like Indonesia.
Oh, okay. And Jada, what do you think?
I like Indonesia.
Okay, so this one is correct. Why? So this is a good question. Because when you're referring to countries or like countries, organizations, it's like usually no article. I like Indonesia. I like England. I like France. But if you want to say republic or kingdom or federation or like when you're defining like what type of government it is, then you say I like the Indonesian Republic. I like the Indonesian Kingdom. I like the Indonesian Federation. So maybe like you would say I like the United Kingdom. It's a kingdom. You're saying what type of government it is, how it functions. So the same thing as we said before. The is referring to this. It's not referring to this. It's like an adjective. It's like describing it, but it's not referring to that. It's referring to this. So the same as the dinner party or the dinner organization. We're not referring to the dinner, but we're referring to the organization. And dinner is like describing it. Okay. So, I hope you wrote something down regarding this lesson. I'm going to send you this site so you can look at it if you want. Okay, let me just find my chat. It's supposed to be, okay, I guess I can stop sharing my screen. Okay, so this is the site. If anyone is interested to look at it, you can go ahead. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding this?
No, I don't have any questions.
Anyone else? Oh, okay. So did you learn something new? Did you improve from this lesson? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so what's important here? This is a speaking course, and we're supposed to improve our speaking. But it is also very important that we know the basics, so that even though you speak fluently, you know how to speak fluently, okay? Because even though you might have an accent like me, perfect, but still, if you sometimes omit an article, or if you sometimes put something in the wrong place, people really notice it. And it's even better to know the grammar and speak okay than to speak perfectly but don't know the grammar, because when you don't know the grammar, no matter how good your accent is or how fluently you speak, people will still notice you make some mistakes. So I guess next class we'll do a bit of speaking practice regarding articles, and maybe I'll think of some other subjects. Maybe we'll do some tenses as well. But like for now, these articles are important to know. They're nice to know. It's really good to know when to use the, some, my, yours. Okay. And yeah, I guess that's about it for today. I was thinking about maybe for homework. What can I remember I asked you all questions last class. So maybe for homework, all of you can think of a question. Like each of you should think of a question for me. Okay? It can be anything you want. What school I went to, how I became a teacher, what do I most enjoy in life, life in my country, life in a foreign country. No, so it can be anything you're interested in. You can think of a question and then I'll answer it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so be creative. It can be anything you want. And I'll think of a question as well for you. And then you can hear the answers and how someone responds, and then we can learn something from it. Okay, and for this class, I'm starting to correct you all regarding your mistakes. So it was not like last class. Now I'm adding a bit of corrections. Now I'm becoming annoying. I'm becoming a teacher. So, okay. So I guess that's normal, yeah, for an English lesson. And yeah, you all did good. Nice job for the essay, specifically Farida. Really good job. I didn't expect something so long. It was like a book. Okay. And for next class, those of you who didn't do the essay, if you want, you can maybe write about a movie or an article, a book, not a book, a comic book, anything you want. It can be like, I suppose, movies or a TV series, something very simple, but still something interesting that we can talk about next class. So those of you who didn't do the homework today can think of something else for next class, okay? Like a movie, yeah? So Dvi, who else? Tia, Tia and Fahima, yeah. So if not, we can just talk about it again. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Good
Goodbye.
evening. Thank you, everyone.
Bagi dong, Dek.
Goodbye.